The ocean. We've traveled and explored the ocean for its plentiful and bountiful resources. The ocean provides for many different people, and different cultures have different methods to maximize the efficiency of the water they live by. In the 13th century, the Chinese came to the west coast of India and introduced to them a fishing technique that would greatly impact the style of fishing for generations to come.
Chinese people came here in the 13th century. They came through the Silk Route. They came here for trade. It works on a cantilever system, sir. If they want to drop the net, they have to release the counter stones, and the net is going down without any bait. It is kept under the water for a few minutes, and if they want to pull it up, they have to pull down the stones. So when they are operating the Chinese fishing nets, normally the fishermen, they are getting mullet, they are getting silverfish, and also they are getting the buffer fish, which is not edible. You know, the buffer fish is not edible because one tooth is really poisonous. And in the world, only the Japanese people are eating the buffer fish. And sometimes, if they're lucky, they get the blue scampi, they get lobsters. But mainly they're getting this mullet, silverfish, grouper, grouper, and also they're getting the catfish. Catfish is very famous in America. Yeah. And sometimes they're getting the red snap also. So everything is manually operated. But now I told you before, the fishing industry is declining because of overfishing. The breeding is not taking place. They are not following the government specification. They are not listening to the people. Unfortunately, the government people also, if those people are violating the rules and regulations, they are collecting bribe from the fishermen.
The fishermen were kind enough to let my group come on the rig and try out the fishing technique for ourselves. So here we are, pulling the ropes, releasing the rocks, and lowering the net into the water in hopes to catch some fish using a special chant they taught us.
Okay? Be careful. Oh, yeah. Come on. Hey, Jala. 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 Holy crap. Hey, Jala. 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 Catch anything?
Once they bring the rig to the surface, they use a small net to retrieve the fish they hope that they have caught. Unfortunately for us, there was not a lot of catch.
Silverfish. Season set.
After catching the findings, the rig is released back into the water in hopes to catch more fish. This man uses his body weight to lower the rig into the water at a better and more efficient pace. Though the workspace on the fishing nets is very limited, and there are many hazardous items to be cautious of, the fishermen still manage to have a little bit of fun on the rigs. The Chinese fishing brings a concomitant problem of overfishing, and while it becomes more prominent and relevant, the fishing industry is still a cornerstone in the Indian people's lives. The Chinese fishing net technique is nearly ubiquitous in all of India. The oceans and backwaters of India have supplied the Indian people with food for many, many years. Though overfishing does present a minor problem to their food and market, the Chinese fishing nets still seem to be a very effective means of coming together as a community and producing goods and items and services.